This is the March 10 Board of Adjustment meeting, City of Stephenville. And we've already sworn in a new member, and so we actually have a very well-populated board today. So I appreciate everyone being here and on time. Do I hear a motion that we approve the minutes from February 2022?
So
Which have
moved.
already been sent out. Yeah.
Second.
Thank you, Daryl. Thank you, David. All right, any discussion? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's a unanimous approval, and I'll sign the document afterward.
Okay.
I brought my fancy pen. It looks
Good.
like a cactus. But all right, so now let's open we'll hear the petition for a variance. And so would you please present that to us?
So this is for case number V2022-002. Applicant John Scribner is requesting a variance from section 154.06.6.D5 relating to a front setback requirements for property located at 2798 West Washington Street, being parcel R22338 of A0515, Motley, William, and City, Lot 6 of the City of Stephenville, Erath County, Texas. So, thank you, board members, for your time and consideration of this variance request. The applicant, Mr. Scribner, is requesting a variance to allow for the construction of a canopy for drive-through ordering station within the 20-foot setback requirement for corner lots. The maximum encroachment will be 15 feet. The encroachment is a canopy or shade structure that is open on all four sides and will not impede visibility to pedestrians or vehicle drivers. The main building, as shown on the site plan, is in compliance with city ordinance setbacks, and only the canopy is requesting a variance. It is anticipated that the site will be very busy, and adequate on-site parking and drive-through stacking will be critical. With that in mind, the plan presented is the most efficient layout to reduce traffic on streets while maximizing drive-through and on-site parking. If the drive-through was shifted to stay out of the setback area, it would greatly reduce parking spaces and drive-through stacking. This lot is one of 8 lots in a 20-acre development known as the Stables, which is surrounded by industrial, commercial, and retail uses. There are currently no structures within this 20-acre development. Per ordinance, a map is required showing the setback of main walls of all buildings on the same side of the street within a distance of 200 feet of the applicant's property. However, this is not applicable for this project as there are no existing buildings within 200 feet at this time. If approved, the canopy will encroach the setback requirement at a 15-foot maximum, but it will have no impact on surrounding properties, existing or proposed utilities, or site triangles. The staff has reviewed the plans and recommends approval of this variance request.
Thank you very much. Do we have anyone representing the
Yes, we do.
request? Could you stand up at the podium, introduce yourself, please, and tell us your role in the
Sure thing.
petition?
My name is Matthias Albert, 6017 Main Street in Frisco, Texas. I'm here on behalf of the developer that submitted this application. Thank you, Christina, for that introduction and kind of project background. If you're not already aware of this project, obviously it's written all over it that it will be a Chick-fil-A. We're excited about this opportunity. But we've met with staff, with Steve and the development team, probably about a month or two ago, really to discuss the project as a whole and trying to get it underway. If you're not already aware, obviously a lot of that infrastructure is already under construction, and really our goal is to try and deliver this store this year, this calendar year. So that's just a little bit about the project as a whole. But with this variance is obviously we're on a corner lot, so we're subject to two front setbacks, one being the future extension of Wolf Nursery Road. And really it's the the Chick-fil-A staple to have two different canopies. They're larger, newer prototypes. They have a separate canopy at the order station. Those usually have fans for the summer, gas heat for the winter, and those things that are accommodated underneath those. It's not walled, it's open on all four sides. It doesn't impede, there's still gonna be public sidewalk, along the Wolf Nursery. It's not going to impede, so it's just a structure in the middle of what would be a protected setback area. And then, really what we're after here, the plan that you guys have in your packet today shows 64 parking spaces on site for roughly a 5,000 square foot building. Chick-fil-A has actually asked for 70 if we can get it. So even in their projections, we're still a little short on parking, so we're trying to maximize that. And really one of the exercises we've looked at is if we can get the variance request approved, basically we can add an extra, or as it's presented, it would be 64 spaces. If we would have to comply, we're roughly projecting it to be probably a 5 or 6 parking space loss to get that 15 feet back on site. So expecting it to be a busy site. We're obviously on TxDOT Road, Washington Street, and we want to try and get people in off the street where traffic is not a problem. The drive-through queue itself, I believe, has 39 stacking spaces, which is probably far more than any other establishment here in not just Stephenville, but probably any of the surrounding areas, right? It's a pretty hefty drive-through, but the point is to not have that drive-through back up onto the public streets. We don't want that to happen. We don't want there to be parking access, people waiting for parking spaces, all that to back up in the public streets. We want to get people safely off those streets, and if they need to wait internally, or if they need to wait in a drive-through, an extra few seconds longer than they would be on the public street, that's what we're trying to achieve here. So we don't have a landscape design yet, but with this encroachment into that setback, I would anticipate that we're going to have some increased landscape in that area as well, in order to just try and make it feel like that canopy is not right on that public right of way. So I don't have anything to present on that, but that'll be our focus as we get into design, roughly in the next month or so, that we'll dive into those details as well. So that's just a little bit about the project, a little about what we're trying to achieve, the reason behind that request, but I'm happy to answer any other questions that the commission may have.
Board. Is it designed pretty much like the one that we would be familiar with maybe most in Granbury? Is it similar?
The Granbury, I'm trying to remember. I think I drove by that when I was here last time. I think it's a little bit, it's similar, but it's a little bit older prototype.
Yeah.
Obviously, with a company like Chick-fil-A that's growing and incredibly successful company, they're always rolling out new technology, new things like that. Yeah. This is a location, actually, you're used to your typical pickup window. There's actually gonna be a sliding door, and they're actually gonna be able to walk in and out of that. What you would typically see as a pickup window, they'll be able to walk in and out of that and deliver orders that way. So there's elements like that they're just constantly innovating new prototypes and things like that that are gonna be rolled out to the site. So I don't know where the newest location is in this area, but my guess is you guys will probably have something to brag about with this location, because it'll be the newest, biggest.
State of the art.
You're exactly on it. Nice. And you guys can kind of rub that in Granbury's face. So, but to answer your question, it'll be a little bit different, but general layout will be similar with the drive-through that kind of wraps around the perimeter of the site. That's one of the exercises we run through a lot, is if we can wrap around the perimeter of the site, now we can get additional stacking, things like that involved there with that site layout. So does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And if we don't have any comments from any of the community, which it looks like we do not, we will go ahead and close the public hearing.
I'll be
We
here if there's
appreciate
any
it.
other questions.
All right, do I hear a motion to approve the variance?
I move we approve variance case number V 2022-002.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Ben. All right, any discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I didn't hear any. It's approved. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for the drive out. Yeah.
Not a problem. I'll be here.
And, all right, well, we don't have any other business on the agenda, so I'll go ahead and close the meeting.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Yes.